is Saturday, March 1st. My name is Karen and this is BobbleHeadKnits. So, welcome everybody. This is going to be a fairly short episode because there's not a whole lot new going on here. If you watched last week, it's like the same thing. Only I have my voice. Last week I did not have a voice. Feeling much better, thank you. And thank you for everyone that sent me well wishes. I was just more than anything all congested, but not, like I didn't feel awful or anything. I just was like that. Yeah, just like that. All right, let's jump into it. I have no finished objects. I am making good progress on everything, but nothing's done. All right, let's talk about the two whips that I am actively working on. These are gonna feel a little bit like Groundhog Day because I talked about them last week, but I've made good progress on them, so we're getting there. All right, first up is my sock. I am making the DRK Everyday Sock. It is a ribbed sock, ribbed all over, so even the bottom has ribbed. I don't know how I'm gonna like that. I've not had a sock that was ribbed all over, at least one that I made. So we'll see. This is a brand new pattern to me, toe up. I usually do cuff down. I have done toe up before, but this is the first one that I've successfully done and that I like. The other thing unusual about this is it's a Fleegle heel. So let's see if you can see the heel here. The needles are in the way, of course. There is the heel, look. Basically, the heel, it's just I don't know how to explain it, but once you're doing it, you realize that it's one really fairly simple and kind of just the reverse of you do a heel flap and gusset without having to pick up stitches, if that makes sense. So yeah, fairly easy. One thing that I'm a little worried about, but just a little bit, is that basically the heel is just a bunch of knit stitches. So there it is, like the heel as in the back of the heel. Sorry, should have clarified that. So I'm just worried that that won't hold up as well, but even then I'm not that worried about it. The worst that'll happen is I get a hole back there and either I fix it or I get rid of the sock. So, all right. This is, right now, if I were to stop knitting, I could get by with just this. It would be a shorty sock. And in case you're wondering, this is James Makes Yarn, his sock yarn in the colorway Toasted Marshmallow. That's the pink. And then the green is just Soccer Mom Knits. And last week I had mentioned that I was not going to switch the color of the heel. I had originally planned on making the heel red. And then as I was working on it, I was like, did not want to hassle with doing a color change on a heel that I had never done before. So I just went ahead and continued knitting with the pink. And I do not regret that decision. However, if I had read the pattern all the way through, yeah, I don't swatch and I don't read the pattern all the way through, but if I had, then I would have seen that Andrew Mowry actually walks you through doing a different color heel, and it would have been fairly easy. But by the time I got to that point in the pattern where I could have switched the color and I saw that she was going to walk me through, I was already like, I just leave it. So that's what I did. And it's fine. I don't mind it. But I will be making this pattern again, and I will do a different color heel. So the part that's just the different color is just this little triangle right here. You can't really tell, but there's a little triangle there. Sorry, still very coffee. A little bit flummy too. Details you did not need to know, right? All right, the one thing, this sock really looks really long on the toe part. I was like, that looks really long compared to my other socks. It really it's the same size as my other socks. It's just like an optical illusion, I think. I don't know, but it looks much longer, but it's not. So, and so far I'm finding that this is fitting better than my traditional cuff down, heel flap, and gusset pattern. So we'll see. I mean, I am gonna make this again, definitely, because the pattern itself is fairly easy. She did a good job writing it. It's very clear. You know, if you're one of those people that reads the pattern all the way through before you start knitting, unlike me, then I think you would find it fairly be like, oh, that's a easy pattern. So yeah, I'm happy with it. And what else? Oh, fit-wise, it feels like it fits much better than the heel flap and gusset. So we'll see after I get it all done and I wear it with shoes, if I like it. And yeah, I will definitely at least be making one more pair of these in using the same pattern. So you might notice I have a bad stitch marker here. Do you see that right there? Look, there usually is something on the end of it. My favorite stitch marker broke. It is my Boston Terrier one. Luckily, I have the Boston Terrier head and I have this part, so I'm gonna try to fix it. See that little part? Yeah. Okay, so it broke yesterday. I was pretty bummed, but I got it all, I saved it all. So I'm gonna try to fix it because I went online to see if I could just buy another stitch marker with a Boston Terrier, and they did not have any in stock. So the Etsy designer who I bought it from, who I cannot remember the name, sorry, apologies. All right, I'm really liking the look of the heel overall. I mean, it just looks good. It's just a very clean looking sock. Not having to pick up stitches just gives it a really clean look. And when I was first knitting it, like when I got to the point where I was doing the gusset and it has these stitches that I probably have done them before, but just like I was like, is this how this is supposed to be? You know, it's just one that I hadn't done a whole lot of. When it was first coming together, I was like, I don't know, that looks really sloppy. But then when it all came together, it was like, oh my God, look how beautiful, a beautiful heel. I mean, I was really excited about it. So yeah. All right, so this is sock number 1, and I probably, like, I could end it now and have a pair of shorty socks, but I'm gonna probably go a couple more inches. It is coming up on spring, so I tend to wear shorter socks in the spring. So I will do a couple more inches on just the leg of the sock, and then I will do a purple rib pattern cuff. So, yep. All right, highly recommend DRK Everyday Sock Pattern by Andrea Mowry. And it is toe up, it is Fleegle heel, but I'm really enjoying it, and it really fits. I'm really impressed with the fit of it. And I think, glasses are lopsided, I think just the overall look of it just looks much cleaner, much more polished looking sock, if you could say that. So I'm knitting them on Haya. They're the circular knitting needles, 16 inch. I'm using US 1, so 2.25 millimeter. And that's all I have to say about that. All right, if you want to know the bag, it's in a little Della Q sock bag, which I love. All right, next project, my husband's sweater. I made such good progress on this just yesterday. I mean, it was like all the, starting and stopping and not being able to really focus on this. Like yesterday, I was able to sit down and just really go to town. So I feel like I made great progress on it. I feel like the body of it could be done like in the next week, if not sooner. And I will just then have to go do the sleeve. So I'm excited about this, and I will be really focusing on it today. Hang on, let me just get all this, my needles pulled in so I don't lose any stitches. This is the, I have to look it up. Stephen West Duslin sweater, and I can't remember what size I'm making. I'm sure it's like extra large in real world sizes, but it's basically a four pattern, whatever, you know, it just like, you do like 4 different stitches. So, and then like one section is one hole, like this is, you know, diagonal rib, then seed stitch, then broken rib, and then, you know, but you just keep doing the 4 one after another. And now that I have it down, it's like going fast. The only one I don't like doing is diagonal rib. It really, that one you have to be careful with, because if you're off one, then they're not gonna look good. So this is the Shibui Knits Haven, and I'm holding it double, so it's DK weight, I'm holding it double to make worsted weight, and it's beautiful. My husband's really tall, so the body's still, I mean, I still have a good chunk of the body to do, but not, I feel like I finally turned the corner on it. So right where that snowflake is where I was last week. So I did all that from the snowflake down. And you know, last week I was really struggling with not having much knitting done, but this week I feel like, wow, I made some progress. So I did have to explain to my husband yesterday, though, that I might get stuck on Sleeve Island. I had to explain what Sleeve Island was to him. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm trying to get this done by St. Patrick's Day. If you've been with me for a while, you know this was a Christmas sweater that turned into a Valentine's sweater that turned into a St. Patrick's Day sweater. So I'm really very happy with how this is going. So my husband loves it, I love it, and yeah, it's gonna be really nice. And he will be able to wear it at least one time this winter, well, this spring, winter. So what else? I don't have much else to tell you as far as the sweater. I don't have much else to tell you as far as knitting. I did not buy anything, so I have no acquisitions. I keep looking at things, but I'm like, yeah, I got enough yarn, I'm okay. I was gonna buy a new bag though. So last week I had mentioned about that I might buy something. I went to buy a purple redesigned leather bag from Stephen and Penelope after I finished vlogging, because it's my birthday month. March is my birthday month. So I was like, oh, they have these beautiful purple bags. I'm gonna get one. It'll come in March. It'll be my birthday gift to myself. They sold out so quickly. So did I get my birthday gift to myself? I'll probably keep an eye out. If he sells them again, I'll get another one. Sorry, looking out there are people walking down the street, and my daughter's car is parked out there. So I was like, don't mess with the car. I know. All right, hang on, coffee. Very good. All right. Yeah, so I did not get my redesigned bag. My birthday's in a few weeks, so you didn't miss anything. I'll tell you when it's coming up. If he gets some more, I might get it, but it was just like the universe saying you don't really need a new purple knitting bag. I don't need a knitting bag at all, honestly, because I have tons of them. But as soon as I saw he was selling purple ones, I was like, gotta go get it. So purple and red, well, mainly red, my favorite colors. If he were to get a red bag, now that I would need a red redesigned leather bag. Oof. I would be like flying to Amsterdam, be first in line to buy it in person. All right, not really. Yeah, so that's it as far as the knitting. I did not cast on. I've been thinking about casting on something else, but I did not cast on anything else. I have been very good. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. What's wrong with me? Why I have not cast on or bought anything? I have the flu. I don't know. All right. If you are leaving me now, thank you for stopping by. If you have not yet done so, I'd encourage you to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help me as far as getting my videos out to more people. For those of you sticking around to hear about life stuff, there's not a whole lot. I had a very short work week this week. Sorry, my computer just like went dark, so I went dark. I use it for lighting. All right, so I worked Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That was it this week. It was perfect. I did have to go Monday. I had my neurologist appointment, and I had my treatment for my dystonia, and so I got a bunch of shots. But, you know, after a while, it's like you get used to it. So I was fine. I got like 20-some shots, but I survived just fine. I did get a milkshake out of it because we do shakes or shots for shakes at our house. Shakes for shots? I don't know how we say it, but yeah, my daughter and husband came up with that when we had to go. All of us were getting like COVID shots, and that was their treat to each other, was to go get shakes after. So I point out that I have to have 20-some shots every like once a quarter, and so I should get 20-some shakes. Yeah, I don't, but I should. All right, more coffee. All right, what else? Oh, I was off Thursday because I had worked President's Day, so I got an alternate day off in addition to getting paid doubled, so that was good. What did I do Thursday? I went to the grocery store with my husband. We went to breakfast, that was it. It's a very low-key week, and I did a bunch of knitting. But today is even though it's Saturday, it's my Sunday. So I'm getting ready to go back to work tomorrow, and I do have a regular full week this week, so not as much fun coming up this week. Other things, let's see. Oh, we're going out to dinner tonight. My daughter is adopted from Korea. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but tomorrow is her gotcha day, and that means the day that she came home to complete our family. So we can't go out tomorrow because she's working and I'm working. So we're doing a big family dinner tonight, and both of our kids are gonna be there, and mother-in-law and grandkid, and yeah, so that will be fun. And we're just going to a Italian restaurant that we like here in Denver. And yeah, otherwise, the only other thing I have going on today is it's bath day for the dogs. One of my dogs is so little you can bathe her in the kitchen sink, but my other dog is a wild thing, and he is gonna run rampant through the house, so after his bath. So yeah, it's like wrestling an alligator basically. So I'll be wrestling an alligator later, but hopefully he won't take any fingers off. He did actually. Obi is the dog, my Boston Terrier. He is 7, 8, can't remember, 7 or 8. But he did go this week and had an echocardiogram. He has heart murmur, so we get them every so often just to check on his heart. And they said he's doing fine, but the best thing about that whole thing was that he was loopy for about 24 hours. He would just like walk and stop and look at you like, what am I doing? Where am I? It was hilarious. So yeah, we had quite a bit of fun with that, because otherwise he's just like, you know, a feral dog. and the medication, the sedative, just like, it was hilarious to watch him being drugged and walking around the house acting like he had no clue where he was. So, all right, some of you might be able to relate to that. All right, next up, reading and watching. we have been watching, I can't even remember the name of it, but it's some TV adaptation of a Dan Brown book. And I'm awful because I can't remember the name. That's how much it has not stuck with me. It's fine. It's just like one of those things. I'm like, whatever, you know. And then we've also been watching another book adaptation. Oh, Zero Day. That's the name of the second one, with Robert De Niro. That's another book. I read both those books and I didn't realize it until we were watching the episodes, and I was like, this seems really familiar. And then it was like, oh, because I read both the books. They're fine. They're nothing riveting, you know. What else? We're a week behind on Severance, so we need to get caught up with that maybe tonight. I think that's it as far as TV. Reading-wise, I am about 80% done with Onyx Storm, the Rebecca Yarros book, and I'm enjoying it, although I am like bummed that I'm going to have to wait 2 years to get the next book. So I was watching Amber at Ambi Marie Knits last night, and she was talking about it, that she had finished it, and she pointed out ending that she wasn't expecting, and I was like, oh my god, like, what's gonna happen? so I'm anxious to get through it. I'll probably finish it today or tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know about waiting 2 years for the next one. What else? Yeah, that's it. The other books I'm reading, I'm listening to Yellowface, and that's fine. It's about this writer who steals another writer's work, and the other writer's dead, so it's, yeah, but it is good. And then I am also reading Fulfillment, which is a book about what, like Amazon and other one-click companies where you just click on an item and you buy it and it gets shipped to you the next day, and you know what that's done to society and all that. So yeah, I've just started that, so I can't even say that it's an interesting read. But yeah, it's been on my bookshelf, so I was like, I'm gonna read this now. I of course am doing all things anti-Amazon these days, so I was like, I should read this, so I stick to it. And I will say this, I've not missed Amazon. There's like no part of Amazon that I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could, I need that part, you know, like I miss Prime, I miss whatever. Don't miss it. So, yeah. All right, if you like Amazon, good for you. I don't like Amazon. Okay, anything else? That's it. 23 minutes. Very little knitting stuff. All right, we're gonna wrap this up. I gotta go give a dog a bath and wrestle an alligator. So I will talk to everyone next week, where hopefully I have even more progress on my 2 active whips. Maybe I'll pick up another whip that's been in hibernation. Maybe I will do that this week, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, everyone have a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.